Since we're in the process of just installing stuff, I'm going to go ahead and install SizeUp. I didn't mean to open that in the new window, or in that same window. So let me go ahead and go back. And I hit Command click, that's how I open it in a new window. So I'm just going to download this, and I have a license key already, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up once it's installed. So drag this to my applications. Open this up. And, oh, here's my SizeUp license. Alright, so I should be able to, there we go, double click it. As soon as you install, you should be able to just double click your license if you have it. It'll set it up. So I need to figure out what settings I have here. So I just took a screenshot of this. You'll see here that I clear most of these out because I don't use them. I use a lot of these from Slate. It's not that SizeUp is a bad option for this. It's just I already have them all set up in Slate, so that's the ones I use. So these two I will use. I don't use space above or below. I don't tend to do vertical spaces. I just tend to do left and right. And I guess I don't need that one. This, I'll generally tend it to be 1920 by 1080. And that will allow me to just... so I just hit the shortcut. This is a Command, Option, Control, and then C. And whenever you do it for the first time with SizeUp, it's going to be the same as Slate. It's going to ask you to come here and give it permissions. But this will allow me to center things and also resize them. So you'll see there that that was resizing it to 1920 by 1080. That's just the preferred size I tend to have. And I use that a lot of the time for... if I want to look at a website or something like that and see what it looks like in 1920 by 1080, this gives me a ballpark idea of how it's going to look on maybe not all computers or most, but it's a pretty good estimation. So you can see what's above the first fold, stuff like that. This, I don't tend to use it much because I don't tend to have two monitors, but just in case, I tend to use J and K. And I think that's the only ones I use. I can start it automatically. It's at log or startup. Do I have this happening here? I think it already starts up on startup. Okay, I think that's everything. I close that terminal. All right, so I downloaded, I added my key. All right, so that's SizeUp. Now I can move on to something else. I want to get to iTerm here in a minute and go over some of that stuff, but first I'm going to do Better Touch Tool because it's driving me insane not having the back and forward buttons on my mouse working.